Hello, my name's Harry Watt with North Carolina State University. I'm interviewing Bill Burlingame of the B&B Manufacturing of upstate New York that's been a long-time manufacturer of packing machines for bundle firewood. Well, Bill, thanks for being with us.
You're welcome.
Well, tell us a little bit about yourself and B&B.
Well, B&B Manufacturing, we've been in business for probably 35, 40 years. I really haven't done the math yet. My father started the business in, I think mid-80s, 1980s. He was packaging fire starter before anybody was even thinking of packaging fire starter. And he was selling it to the campsites around the area. And everybody seemed to be more interested in how we were doing it than the package themselves. And because of that, he ended up developing a woodpacker. And it pretty much just snowballed from there, just one thing after another. And we've been keep improving it every year. And right now, I think we got over 310, 320 machines out there now, packaging fire starter throughout the United States. We got a couple in Canada, one or two in Mexico. I even have one in New Zealand.
Well, that's a long distance marketing, and good luck for you. And I'm sure you'll be selling many more of them in the years to come. Bundle firewood seems to be a growing business for people to get into. And your product line, as I understand it, you can start very humble and work your way up.
Well, yes, you can. A lot of people in the firewood business right now, and the people who decide to get into the packaging business, they usually start with a stretch wrap or something like that, a wrapper, they call them. And the wrappers are nice, it gets you going, but your customers, you got to sell the wood fairly quick. Shelf life for a wrapper is not really that long because it's a stretch wrap. And when they get into their bigger contracts, they're going to want something that's a little cleaner, a little more manageable, and a longer shelf life. And then that's when they want to get into the shrink wrap packaging, because mine will actually melt over the bundle and shrink down and tighten the bundle up and give you a nice square bundle.
Okay. Well, I've got some photos of yours. Let's take a look and see what we can find of them. And I'm gonna start out right here with this. What do we have here?
That's what we call our tabletop unit. It has one of our bags in it for the firewood guy that just wants to try selling to maybe one or two campsites that's near just down the road or something. He'll buy this one rack, and I think it's 500 bags. We'll sell for $300, and you can sell your firewood right there alongside your street. And it's a great way to get started and kind of test the waters.
Okay. Well, I think that is a good entry level, and I think the netting bag is newer than the wrapping and the shrink wrap. Is that right?
Yeah. I believe it's just an onion sack. A lot of people just call it an onion sack. It's been around a while. They've been trying different ways of putting them in. It's nothing new. About the only thing new about it is I've gone from this to try to get it into an assembly line situation where you can almost mass produce it a little faster.
Okay, well, let's look at another photo here. Why don't you tell us about this one, then I'll have to go back and grab the other one there.
Well, this is a picture of our heat shrink plastic machine. They're basically set up, the model numbers are based on how many bundles an hour each machine can do. We have right now 6 different models, a G100 all the way up to a G600, meaning the 100 does 100 bundles an hour maxed out, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. The 600 does 600 bundles an hour maxed out. The machines are all basically look the same. They got the black oven and the gray frame on them. This one you're seeing here has a trailer kit on it. That's extra money.
Right. Now, the way I've seen these in a lot of operations, and the beauty is that you can adjust the speed of it to the number of people you have working on any given day.
That's correct. It's a time delay system. The buckets will move about 2 feet and then stop, and you can set the amount of time it stops for. That way, let's say our favorite model is the G400. That's the most versatile machine we have. You can put 2 guys on it and go from one spot to the next, and you can set it to stop there for, you know, half a minute to a minute. So you can finish bundling so 2 guys can bundle. Or you can reach over and put your timer on 0, and that can vertical continuously almost, and you can do 400 bundles an hour, but you're going to need probably 4, 5, 6 guys to do it, depending on how good your crew is.
Yeah, and usually the first person puts the bag on. Is that right?
Yeah, it's not a bag. On this, it's a sheet of plastic. It's like a roll of paper towel. It's all pre-perforated, comes in a roll. I have a rack off to the one end there, and you just pull it like you would a paper towel, tear it off, set your plastic in the racks, and then you start piling your wood. You fold your plastic over, goes through the oven melts it and shrinks it. Once you heat it up, the plastic wants to shrink down to its original size, which is like 40% smaller than what it is on the roll. And that's what gives you that nice tight fit.
And what I've seen is the last person before the heat unit puts the label in.
Yeah. Before the bundle goes into the oven, you can, and you got basically the top of the bundle open. We have a fire starter you can put in there. You can put a piece of paper with your labeling information on it and fold it over, and you can even staple a handle on it. And then it goes through the oven, and you got yourself a nice little product.
Well, that's a good thing. You've got it in a way that the buyers want it. So let me slip over to my other things I want to show, and tell us about this machine.
That's we call the bagger. That's the little bagger. That's pretty much a startup machine. If you want to take one step above just doing a tabletop where you got 1 or 2 guys just sitting there at a table, putting them in a rack for the red onion bags, you can go to one of these machines and you have 1 guy at the end putting the bags on and a couple guys just putting wood in there. This is a short model, just for the picture and stuff. But even this model can go up to about 25 feet long. And you can put anywhere from, once again, 5, 6 guys on it and probably do about 500 bundles an hour on baggie.
Well, there you go. I know when you show this video, everybody thinks, well, that's really short, but it's just a demo entry machine, and they get as long as somebody wants. You just make.
Yeah, you can see right where it says woodpacker. There's a seam right there, and you can add extensions to that.
Okay. Well, let me sort of summarize here with your packing lines. Is you're trying to get organized, not just people working independently. You put them in a group.
Correct. The quickest and most efficient way to handle your firewood is an assembly line, just like any market. Firewood's nice, and you're selling it to people who are trying to heat their homes and stuff like that. But when you go to package firewood, it's a whole different ballgame. This is entertainment wood. This is the people who are just want a fire for the campsite, or 1 fire in their fireplace. So you got to have a better looking product, because this is the product that they're going to sit in their house. You know, they're going to take home.
Well, very good. Well, Bill, anything you want to add to the discussion here on firewood packaging for us on the National Firewood Workshop?
Well, I can't think of anything, but if anybody got any questions, I'm always on the line. I'm always here. I try to be as honest and as forward as I can be to anybody. Just give me a call, you know, at 716-373-5881, and ask for Bill or ask for Devin.
Well, thanks a lot, Bill. We enjoyed having you today interviewing, and we will catch you later. Next year, we're going to be in Wisconsin on site for the National Firewood Workshop. And if you find your way there, you can put on some demos with your woodpacker.
Well, that sounds like a good idea.
Thank you much.
Thank you, Harry. You have a good day.
Right. Bye-bye.